Is ChatGPT destined to be a chartered financial analyst? Can ChatGPT pass the CFA exams? Well, there's some research out that suggests that it would have a good chance at least passing level 1. Let's jump into it. Here's this new research paper called Can GPT Models Be Financial Analysts? An evaluation of ChatGPT and GPT-4 on mock CFA exams. The researchers take a couple of mock exams and they pass it through GPT 3.5 and 4, and they see how well these models do on the mock exams. As you can see, the big takeaway here is that for GPT 3.5, no pass on level 1, no pass on level 2. A rule of thumb generally in the CFA world is that if you hit 70%, you're going to pass. That's just, no one's verified that, but that's just our general rule of thumb. I was always aiming for at least 70%, if not higher, for some buffer. So we will not pass on level 1, will not pass on level 2, but GPT-4 will pass on level 1 here. You can see that the best score was roughly 75%, so I would call that a pass. And then on level 2, no passing on level 2. So if you have to bet on ChatGPT passing the CFA, it would be level 1 using ChatGPT 4. And that's as to be expected. Here is the performance of 3.5 across different types of standardized tests, from AP Environmental Sciences to Calculus, and then here you have the LSAT, GRE, Writing, etc. And then here's 3.5. You can see that it does better across these different types of exams. But then here is GPT-4, and look at this massive outperformance in some of these key areas. And in fact, in the bar exam, GPT 3.5 was 10th percentile, and it jumped to 90th percentile with GPT-4. So a major jump in performance. But going back to our paper, here is the interesting bit. If you're building domain-specific large language model solutions, check this out. So again, we're not paying attention to 3.5 because it did not do so well. So let's just ignore this. And here is the performance by approach for each of the different sections of the CFA mock exam. So this is zero shot, no examples. We just put the question into the prompt and we have GPT-4 answer it. Here is chain of thought. This is where we're breaking down the problem and we're showing ChatGPT how to approach it step by step. And then here is 10 shot, where we're giving it 10 examples. And what you notice is that the performance varies by approach. So in ethics, you did better by doing the 10 shot approach. In quantitative methods, it was zero shot. Whereas in alternative methods, it was chain of thought. There was no universal approach that did better. And so while the 10-shot approach, you got an overall performance of 74.6, what happens if you take the best approach in each one of these categories? I think you'd get a better overall performance. And there is a lesson there. If you're building domain-specific large language models, then there is an approach where you can customize the different methods that you're using, the different techniques by segment in your domain, and then rolling that up to an overall superior performance of what you might get from ChatGPT out of the box. So a really neat lesson there. Okay, so go check out the paper. I'll link to it somewhere below. Again, that is Can GPT Models Be Financial Analysts? An evaluation on CFA mock exams. If you have any questions, any thoughts, drop them below. Thanks. Cheers.